Yes, hi, this is Edie, Ethan and Lou Show, calling for Scott from down the hatch.
This is Scott.
What's up, ass face?
I hate doing public appearances, having my picture taken. I just like to stay in the background in my little kitchen, and so no one knows.
Well, that's not possible right now because everybody, this is going to be the most popular segment we do this month.
That's right. Plus, you got to speak up a little bit.
I do? All right. Is that better?
That's better, yes.
Everybody needs to know from you, instead of me just, telling half rumors on the radio about what we've been texting about. What's going on? Let's start with when you're opening. You said May 20th on the website. Is that right?
Yes, May 20th is when a lot of us can open if we choose to.
Right.
If everything goes as planned.
Okay.
So that's, if you watch the governor, which I do every day, when he does his thing, he always starts it off with, as well as our proposed. He puts that word in.
Yeah.
And that word scares the hell out of me because once I commit to opening this place up, it's opening it up. There's 4 walk-ins, 2 turbo ice machines. There's everything required. And then I've got to stock the place. And then we get a spike, and what happens? They shut us down. They've done it in other states. And then what do I do with the food, right?
Yeah.
That's what's scary to a place of my size right now. But everything's going as planned. I've got Coca-Cola putting the fountain machines in today. We're one of a few places in the entire state that's even doing it, which is crazy. Durkin's finishing up the tents. Got a new tent. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Place is beautiful. We with the social distancing, we already did this about 2 weeks ago, just to play around because we close early in the fall to paint, to remodel, to do what we have to do to get ready for the next season. Because look at this morning; it was 32 degrees.
Right.
I can't do it in the March, April, May. You got to hope on the weather. But we've been ready to open. But now the place, I think, is going to be even more popular because you can still get the down the hatch experience, and you're 6 feet apart. So the view is impeded anywhere you sit. So we have the whole place set up, even down below, where it used to be the smoking section, where there's no longer. Those are all dining tables now.
Nice.
So it looks good.
All right. Scott from down the hatch joining us. Go ahead.
Will everyone who walks in there onto your deck, will they need masks? I mean, yes. Okay.
Yes. Yes, well, that's the rule.
Right.
We're printing those signs up right now. We already printed up the menus for the entrances. So because we are not going to be able to seat 80%, I only have about 40 tables plus or minus.
Yeah.
That is less than 200 seats. Okay, just the dining level had almost 40 tables with 250 seats. So put that in perspective. On a sunny Saturday, we're filled in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to have to close half the docks off. We're going to shut half the parking lot off. There's going to be a designated area for boats. In fact, what I was going to do when you bothered me and called me is I got to mark my docks with numbers, put big fluorescent numbers, so when they call them, I go, what number are you in parked at, so we can bring their food out to them. So that's what we're doing. We're doing that today, even as we speak.
So you're even more aggravated than normal.
Yes. Like I said, we've never used a hostess. We don't do reservations.
Right.
Where am I going to put these people that are waiting? That's what I don't put, like cattle, like you're at Disneyland, 6 foot apart in a line. The bar tent, when you come down, we're not even going to seat anybody. That's probably just going to be like the holding area. What do I tell someone that's, it's 90 degrees. Oh, you can't come in here. Sit in the parking lot. We'll text you in an hour when your table's ready.
Oh, that won't go over well.
No, really. The boaters.
Yeah.
They got a dog in the boat, which they shouldn't have brought when it's 90 out, or there's someone they don't have a canopy on the boat. They can't be here waiting. So I don't know how it's going to be a learning process. That's for sure for everybody. We're ready for it. So we'll take it day by day. I just wish it wasn't opening before an early Memorial Day weekend for everybody.
Yeah.
Well, the silver lining to that is you get your test run on the problems you haven't anticipated before that comes.
True. Yes.
I
mean, I have the staff. They are most of them are coming back. The ones that are older, I've had people here that worked here for over 30 years. Their kids work here. Yes, they're in that that area where they say you should stay out of the public. But there's a lot of people who think this is just not even real, and that's what scares me.
That is. So, that's the most scariest right there.
Yeah, well, you've got the third of the people that won't go anywhere for a year. You've got the other third that think it's a conspiracy, and then you got people that are rational, reasonable like us. We know there's something there. Yeah, I mean, if I see a huge mob of people, I'm not going to dive in without a face mask. But how do you balance that? And then how do you tell? And I'm only allowed 5 per table. Okay, just like the DEP was here Sunday, just shooting the breeze with me on the dock, asking me if I plan on opening. And I said, how are you guys working with that 5 per boat person? He says, it's almost going to be impossible to enforce. There's 7 in my immediate family, And any of you that have kids, we always love putting the kids at another table. But I'm going to have to split up families, right? So that's what doesn't make sense,
Yeah, but listen, people have got to understand. You're not tearing them apart for the rest of their lives. You're sitting them at 2 tables next to each other. Everybody's got to have.
We're going to do our best to sit them next to each other. Like I said, the whole place will be non-smoking. You have to wear a mask no matter where you are in the place, unless you sit down to eat. Then you can have it off. So if us 3 come in for lunch, we're allowed to come in together with our masks, sit down, and if we choose to take it off at the table, we're allowed to. A lot of I have tons of furniture stacked here, but what I did yesterday, a couple of my friends in the restaurant businesses that aren't as fortunate as me, I own this place. They have mortgages. They're in these plazas. I'm loaning my extra furniture for them for their outdoor patio, for their outdoor restaurants.
Wow.
Most restaurants don't have outdoor furniture. People think, I went down yesterday, they were putting up a tent. Let's just put it this way, the canvas on the tent, my bedroom sheet has a thicker mill. I'm like, you got to anchor it. You just can't put sandbags down. You have to anchor these tents. So I have plastic. So what I'm doing is I'm helping a bunch of even though we compete with each other, we help each other. So I'm going to be in the next few days. People are going to be coming here, taking a lot of my chairs, umbrellas, tables that I can't use, and bring them to their restaurants.
Well, listen, it's Scott from Down the Hatch joining the Ethan and Lou show. It's going to be difficult, but I know it was important for us to get you on, and we thank you for doing it because people are curious, and I'm getting questions every single day.
No one has heard from a restaurateur what it's like to do this.
Well, it's one
in this kind of an atmosphere.
You're right about that, but it's one thing. Down the Hatch is a different.
It is a process to open up a place. In fact, we were on the top of the list. There's a new reality TV show opening restaurants for the season. And we made the #1 pick for the Northeast. I don't know how they figured that out. It was supposed to have started shooting in February. I chose not to because you guys know I don't like the camera.
Right,
I'm like, I don't want these people in my place. They're going to take up my parking spots for customers. I'm giving every excuse. Meanwhile, the other ones, I want to be on TV. I don't want to be on TV. I don't. But this, thank God I didn't do it because this would have been a whole lot. But I gave them a guideline of things that I do just to close and open and what is really involved with a seasonal restaurant. And it's incredible. That's a whole process in itself. Add this coronavirus and the guidelines, restaurants, hair salons, tattoo parlors, we already had strict hygiene policies. We already did. So we're ahead of the game as far as the back of the house goes. So I think it's just the crowds. That's what I'm scared of.
Right.
Yeah, you're worried about, and I think a lot of people are worried about how folks are going to behave when they come out of their hives, and of course it's a concern, but nobody can anticipate that. You can anticipate
in a world where we get sat immediately, where we get information immediately. When you're told to wait or you say the word no, people flip out.
I've seen that there. Yeah,
flip out.
They flip out.
Well, listen, hang in there. Everybody's excited that you're going to be able to do this in some form or fashion.
Well, here's the other thing too.
Yeah.
The bars. They're looking at bars at phase 4.
Oh, boy.
That's crazy. That's the end of the summer. I mean, I understand it's a socializing aspect, but mark my words, watch what happens. And I had a meeting 2 days ago with 20 of my staff here just to brainstorm ideas, options. I've got a lot of teachers. I got a lot of people that work in medical. This is a part-time job for them. And we try to come up with some ideas on how to implement what the government wants us to do. I just don't know, like I said, with the people being the way they are, how this is going to work. What's going to stop me, you, and Lou from going to, say, Widow Brown's or a restaurant like O'Connor's, put some table, or just your neighborhood pub that has a valid permit? And now the governor gave them a free pass now. You don't need that permit that I have that allows you to legally do this. And I understand the paperwork is ridiculous. But what if we go in, we order a nacho, and then we just sit at a table and they cocktail us? That's socializing, and that's a bar, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
So I see what you're saying. So that's the simple workaround that people are going to figure out in a hurry, and then it's kind of a wasteful rule because
so the
then
three
you could
of
have
us
the bars
can
open.
come here and meet and sit at a table in 3 different cars, but the 3 of us can't go to the bar and sit next to each other.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're bars that are just bars. I don't understand. And you're going to see new rules come out immediately. We got to post that 211 violation thing. That thing is going to be more overworked than the unemployment application phone call line was, with people just calling it for frivolous reasons or out of spite. So.
We should let him go before his head explodes.
I was going to say, going to say,
Hey, I didn't swear.
I know.
When they open the golf courses again, we should go and have a day. But by the time that happens, I mean, your head is going to explode out of your ears.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, we'll try and figure it out. We'll get Mark involved in that. I think everybody's going to need a break at some point, so maybe we'll take I just
had a 7-month break. Oh, I don't need any more breaks. All right, guys.
All right, Scott, thank you.
All right.